Welcome back to another video. It is Sunday afternoon. It's like 1:20. It is the 21st of December. We are nearly at Christmas. It also feels very weird sitting here holding a mic, but I want to see what the audio sounds like because I've actually only used this a couple of times since I got the new camera. If it sounds no better than normal, then I will ditch the mic because it's weird to hold a mic, but if it sounds better, I will obviously stick with it. We are on week 2 of the block. It's the final session of the week. It is primary SBD day. Got reasonably... I don't want to say heavy numbers because they're really not if you look at like percentage wise and rep wise. Like, there was pretty standard week 2 numbers for me. I'm being a little bit more conservative on squat this block just because we've changed my stance a little bit and we've gone back to flats and I'm still adapting to that. But we will see how the session goes. I'm not going to talk too much through the plan for the session. I'll obviously show you guys what I do. But overall, so far today, had a very good day. Got up about 8 o'clock this morning, kind of got ready for the day, had breakfast, and then got to my desk about 9 and just been working kind of through until about 1. Sundays are relatively busy days for me. So we recently moved my training days back, which I have spoken about in previous videos. Before I was doing a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Now I'm doing a Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, just because Mondays are such a busy work day for me. Like, it's my main nutrition check-in day. It just takes up a lot of time. There's a lot of customer contact or like client contact on a Monday, as well as often do quite a few programs on a Monday and stuff like that as well. Like, it's generally a very long work day. So Monday as a rest day is definitely the right move, which means pushing my SBD back to a Sunday. And Sundays are also a busy work day for me as well. Sundays are where I set myself up for the following week. I go through literally everyone's programs. I make a note of who's going to need a new program, what needs to be done, things like that. And obviously if any calls need to be booked in, I will go through those on a Sunday. I keep using obviously as a filler word, and it really bothers me because it's like the most obnoxious filler word in the world. So apologies for me doing that. But yeah, anyway, Sunday, very busy work day. I also get quite a few programs done on a Sunday as well. So basically, been a busy day, but been a good day. And I'm actually really enjoying having a productive work day, then coming out and training. So I haven't quite finished work for today, I will say. I have a podcast booked for 8 p.m. this evening. So what I'm going to do is I've obviously worked this morning and done the bulk load of anything that's important that needs to be done. I've gone through all my messages, made all of my to-do lists for the next couple of days because I'm actually on annual leave from Christmas Eve, so Wednesday through to the 2nd of January. I'm back to work the 2nd of January. And it's my first annual leave that I've taken all year from coaching, which is really bad, like really, really bad. And I do not say that as a flex. I am very much someone that preaches how important annual leave is for coaches. I think even if you love your job endlessly, no matter what job you're in, you need to take time away because you need to obviously have things that you do outside of work, but also you need to have time to switch off too. So I figured, over the Christmas period is the best time. I was technically off for a few days over comp weekend, but I still let people send things through as normal and have contact with people. And I literally had 3 days off. So I don't think that particularly counts as annual leave. But this time it is going to be like a kind of no contact. I've let people know what I want to see when I get back from when I'm away and stuff. And yeah, basically today's to-do list, that was a long ramble, was making a note of every single thing that needs to be done before I'm off. And I want to get things done in advance. So by midday tomorrow, I want everything to be done so that everyone has at least 24 hours to check through and contact me and go through things before I log off Tuesday evening. So it'll probably be quite a late one Tuesday. I've also got to train Tuesday as well. So what will probably happen is I will try and get everything done before I train. And then any messages that come through while I'm training, I will go back on, log on and just basically pull it late night Tuesday because it's Christmas Eve Wednesday. So it doesn't matter if I have a lay-in. But everything's kind of planned for the week, and actually it wasn't as daunting as I thought it was going to be. It's not too bad. And that's been today. I've also done a few programs already this morning. But yeah, we've had a very productive morning. And it feels really good, I think, working and then coming in to train. I thought I would have preferred training on a Saturday like I used to, because Saturdays are mostly a day off for me. Obviously, I say that loosely. Some days I will still work on a Saturday if I've not got much else going on. But yesterday, I actually just had a really lazy day on the sofa and it was really nice. I watched loads of TV with Zuko, went on a long dog walk as well just to break the day up. And yeah, I had a really chill day yesterday. And then I also previously on my Saturdays, I would get up and train kind of midday-ish, but I would have a really lazy morning before that, whereas I think I feel more enjoyment and more productive coming out to train after having worked for a bit, rather than being but now I'm too tired to train just from having a lazy morning. So yeah, basically very happy with the new split. Very happy to be training on a Sunday. And it's going to be a busy Sunday though, because I've got podcast this evening at 8 p.m, but I don't know how much time I'm going to have to chill between them, because what I'm hoping to do is what's on my to-do list tomorrow, I'm going to get a head start on today to make tomorrow's to-do list a little bit shorter, because whenever I have time away, I do try and get things done as early as possible so that people do have time to question if they need to and stuff, but we're all good. Anyway, that was a lot of ramble. I haven't really got any interesting updates or anything. Generally, things feel good. Nutrition-wise, I said my cut was kind of loosely starting, but I will be honest, I've probably tracked like every other day this week, and that's literally it. But I'm not mad about it. I haven't weighed myself yet either. I was going to weigh myself this weekend, but I kind of sat there and was like, look, just wait until the new year. Just keep kind of mostly having good eating habits and tracking and just being good with things. And then in the new year, I will obviously start my cut officially. I have also been thinking, I think I'm probably going to hire another nutrition coach in the new year. I previously worked with Jane Jones from the Strength Guys, and she was great. But I think, price-wise, the Strength Guys generally are pretty expensive. And there's a few other people that I would kind of be interested in working with, just to, see how they do things, but also just something a bit different. And I'm basically thinking to myself, okay, well, maybe like first 3 months of the year, work with someone, get the weight off, and then I can kind of maintain on my own most likely. But obviously I'll let you guys know what happens and what I decide to do if I do decide to do that. Yeah, that's kind of it. That is kind of it. Financially as well. Do I really want to pay for a nutrition coach? Obviously not, because I hate spending money. But to be fair, like, I think it will be better for me in the long run to just do it and work with someone. And also as a nutrition coach, like I find it really interesting to see how other people do things as well. So there is also that element to it, and hopefully learn some things. You never know. So yeah, but I will say January is looking very busy. I've relaunched the podcast. I say that I haven't actually released any new episodes yet. I've been filming podcast episodes. My calendar is getting very booked up. Also Sheffield at the end of January, got to get preview shows booked in for that. I'm hoping, so if you don't know, I have a podcast. It's called The Art of Lifting. I started it around, I think it was like September 2024. This year, it did have to go on the back burner a little bit just because life was so busy and things have just been really manic. But I'm in a position now where I feel like I can just kind of get back in the swing of things. And it's one of those things where I had to just kind of like force myself to start booking dates in. So I've got one booked in tonight. I filmed one early this week. I've got a couple booked in for early January. And I'm going to start kind of planning Sheffield preview shows and stuff soon too. And just kind of get some booked in for February and just kind of get like a month ahead at a time. But yeah, I'm really excited to be doing that again. I've really missed it. I love filming the podcast so much. And I just love the conversations that I have with people, like both when we're recording and usually after we stay on the line and have a good chat too. So really looking forward to kind of bringing that back up again. But outside of the podcast, I've got a lot of calls and stuff getting booked in for January, both with clients, with prospective clients. And I'm obviously so grateful, like so grateful. I'm really looking forward to kind of pushing things further next year. So yeah, that's what I've got to say. Looking good, looking busy, but that's what I want. I want to be busy. I enjoy being busy. I enjoyed having a lazy day yesterday, but that's the first lazy day I've had in like 2-3 weeks, maybe longer, probably longer actually, because comp was 2 weeks ago. So yeah, I'm kind of over that. And also I'm very aware that over Christmas, being off work, I'm probably going to be sitting around the house quite a lot. There's some decorating bits I want to get done and stuff, but I am going to try and actually have a full switch off. I will be probably going on lots of long dog walks with Zuko though, to be fair. But I do think I will be sick of resting by the time we get to the end of Christmas. So we'll see how things go. But I'm really excited for a very busy January, I will say. And to work with some new people as well. I'm very excited for that. But yeah, going to stop talking. I'm going to get warmed up and start this session.
I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, just tell me when. Damn, I'm a long way home at a split road. Gotta make a choice, do I sober up? Am I trying to keep it going to be continued, or am I trying to...
Okay, so I actually went heavier on squats than I intended to coming in. I'm going to confess, my best ever set of 4 on squats is 185. And I did that at the start of the year when I was on like the most incredible momentum with my squat. And I'm not expecting to match that on week 4 of this block. It's the first block post-comp. I don't think Lewis wants me going crazy heavy on the final week. But I was kind of hoping I could set myself up in a position to at least kind of get somewhat close, like maybe 180 for a set of 4, because I haven't done that in a long time. So anyway, I was like, right, this week I'm just going to do 160. 160 is fine. It should be pretty conservative. RP6, set of 4. And then I was warming up and I was like, Sean, you can do heavier than that. Like, just do it. And I gave myself a bit of a talking to. And I did 145, 155, and they both felt incredibly easy. So I was like, right, let's do 165 for my final set of 4. I started laughing halfway through because I was fairly confident it was like not a major overshoot, but it definitely felt like an overshoot. And I feel like it felt more like an RP7. But I will say, watching it back, it did look about a 6. Like, it looked pretty much where it needed to be. So I'm not too mad over it. Like, I mean, there's nothing I can do about it now. It doesn't really matter. Even if I repeat the load next week, like, it doesn't matter. But I do think this is where the change in stance is going to make a difference. So I'm not yet sure of how much power output I have at top end with a wider stance squat, because I know with a narrow stance, I would still get this pop out of the hold and like my quads would really kind of do the work and it would move really well. Whereas with this wider stance, I don't know yet how that's going to carry over towards top end percentages and RPEs. So that's where I think there's quite a big difference. Like the 155, I didn't film on my camera, but the 155 to the 165, there was a decent drop off in speed. And I think that's just going to be where like 165 plus is where this wider stance is going to make me have to really kind of figure out what I have left, because it's just a new way of doing things. But I'm not mad at how they moved. It was definitely a bit of an overshoot, but it is what it is. Like, it's not the end of the world. Like I say, I'll probably just maybe repeat that next week or just go up by 5. Like, we'll see. But even I think the heaviest I've done for a set of 4 since the summer, well, I think in the summer I hit one for 75 for 4, and it was like max effort. So if I can end the block beating that, I should be pretty happy. So we'll just see. But the wider stance is still feeling good, and I feel really stable in myself. I'm not convinced it's going to be it when it gets to like top end. But at the moment, I can't do my normal narrow stance, so we're just going to have to stick with it for a bit longer and see how we go, give it a couple of blocks. And then hopefully, to be honest, by the end of next block, it'll be the end of January. And hopefully by that point, I'm a few kilos down and narrow kind of just feels better. But we will see. Anyway, nothing else to really say on squats. Gonna move on. I'm also like boiling hot. The heater is definitely working today, and it's not as cold here today, I don't think. But yeah, gonna move on to bench. Got a top double, RP7. I know what load I want to hit. I'm probably gonna load it regardless. And then I've got a back off set of 4, and then another 3x4 after at a set load of 87. So we'll see how things go, see how things move. I'll probably just film my top single. I'm so used to saying top single on bench. I'll film my top double, and then I will also film my first set of 4. And then I won't film my super light sets of 4 because that would be really boring.
I don't think I wanna leave at a tough week. Gotta realize this is what I need. Don't got the time to be counting sheep. It's too late, I'm in too deep. Don't wanna contemplate, overcomplicate this. And I made my choice, wanna see what's going on. I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, I'll be there. I'll be there at the after party.
Excuse the state of my hair, because as you can probably tell, I haven't yet washed it today. That is on the list of jobs once I have finished training. Bench just went so well. I was really hoping to hit 107 for a double today. Bench has felt great since comp, and I'm just trying to be kind of like, I'm trying to ride that wave of confidence. Also, I'm very out of breath, so I've literally just re-racked the weight, but just trying to ride that wave of confidence that I've got from comp bench kind of into these next few blocks, and just trying to kind of like remind myself of what I'm capable of type thing. And I'm trying to do that across all 3 lifts, but I think bench in particular is on a really good wave right now. And Lewis, when he wrote on my training block, was like, all right, week 4, we've got top double. I think like 110 range would be great, like a solid 110 double. And I took that personally and was like, I'm so going to load more than 110 on week 4. So I think I did 102 last week, and it was really easy, like really, really comfortable. And the reason I did 102 was because like, well, I know that's really comfortable. I think it was like perfect for the RPE, but also I can take 2.5 jumps each week and end at 110. Or if things feel good, slightly bigger jumps. I don't know where I'm going to end for this top double on week 4. I still might end at 110, I don't know. But I was like, well, 102 last week was super, super easy. So let's aim for 107, and we'll just take it as it comes. My last warm-up was 100, and it moved really well. Every warm-up felt really good. I said that as if I did many. I did 70, 90, 100. So I went to 107, and I felt a lot of pressure after overshooting squats to not overshoot it. So I was like, if I overshoot 2 lifts in this session, he will kill me. So I was like, right, let's just 107, let's get it right. And it felt incredible. Like it was target RP7. I would say it was probably a 6, maybe a 6.5, but it was not a 7. And I know obviously there's only a very minor difference between those, but like it just felt really good. Really, really good. And I'm so happy with how that moved. That I did a set of 4 at 100, and it felt a little bit poorly executed, but it moved really comfortably, and it was really easy, and it was back like, well, below RP. I think the target for that was like a 6.5, and I don't even think it was a 6. Like it felt like I could just keep going. I was just a bit sloppy with my execution, but for it to feel that easy while being sloppy, very good sign. Then I had the really easy 3x4 at 87.5, so I didn't film any of that because that was just quickly get those done. Now I'm going to set up for sumo. Got a paused single with a low cap of 160, so I'll probably aim to do 160, although I will say last week I wasn't happy with the 160, so the RP is a 6.5, so if I end up at like 155 and it's a solid executed single, I'll be happy. because I don't need to push that too heavy right now. I just need to get my technique better. I then have a set of 7 at an RPE of 6, which I'm not going to say the load I'm aiming for, and then 2x7 at roughly 120.
Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, just tell me when. Just tell me when. Ay, oh no. 머뭇거릴 시간 없어. 필수적인 this is my only answer. Yeah, my body keeps telling me go. Wanna be stacking towers from downtown. I'll be on a roll. 머릿속엔 it's a rush hour. This, that, overtime, champagne shower. Step back, skip lines, yeah, I'm never going cold. 어디 가야 해, 알려줘. Don't wanna contemplate, overcomplicate this.
Okay, my mic is disconnected, so I'm just going to talk normally for this clip. Really happy with how deadlifts just went, actually better than I thought they would. The 160 single felt really, really good, especially compared to last week. Execution was miles better, RPE felt significantly lower, and just keeping my head up is making such a difference in my positioning, and I need to just drill it and remember it, because I did notice on my warm-up I wasn't doing it. I recorded 140, 150, and then my single at 160, and my 140, my head was down, and I was like, why did that feel so terrible? And then I watched it, and I was like, yeah, that's exactly why. So really happy with how deadlift moved. Then I had a set of 7 at 145, and it's 10 kilos up on last week, and I wasn't intending to go that heavy, but I felt good, and I wanted to give it a go. And I would say it was bang on RP6. My legs were on fire by the end, like actually burning, but that's a really good sign, because last week I got a lower back bump because I was just really struggling to kind of time my bracing with the reps and everything and get that all right. So also I'm still out of breath if you can't tell, I've literally just finished my last set. So yeah, the 145 set of 7 felt really good, and I really felt like I was using my legs. And then I was dreading the 120 2x7, even though it's light, just because my legs were already so fatigued from the 7 at 145. But actually, literally within actually pulling the slack out of the bar, the bar was already like off the floor. It felt like an empty bar. It felt like nothing, and the 7s were really comfortable. And I'm getting in a groove with them, so I'm very excited. Who knows what I'll load next week, because I do feel like legs are going to be on fire, and that's going to be the thing I have to fight. But very happy to be where I'm at. It went really well. Nothing else to really say. Gonna go in, gonna get some food in me because my tummy is rumbling. I need to have a shower and get some more work done before podcast tonight. Got a couple more days of really busy work and then Christmas break. I'm really excited for that. So gonna wrap the video up here. Thank you if you've made it to the end. I really appreciate it. Please be sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in a few days for the next one.
And I made my choice, wanna see what's going on. I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie.